Glad to have you with us from Kenan Stadium in Chapel Hill, North Carolina. We are in full-on stripe-out mode as the fans doing their part to try to distort the vision of the visitors. It's the Missouri Tigers and the North Carolina Tar Heels. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer here in the booth. Holly Rowe is down on the sidelines, and we check in with her right now.
The Missouri head coach told me before the game, bringing his team in on the road against a very good team, ranked in the top 25. They have everything it takes to compete. This is a big matchup that fans are excited to see, but he said we have to execute early and eliminate mistakes at the line of scrimmage. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. This ought to be a tremendous matchup. Missouri ready to kick off to get us underway. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The give to the running back from the shotgun. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up one. Guys, let's talk a little bit about North Carolina. This is exactly how you want to start conference play. Early in the race for sure, but precisely the type of foundation you need to set.
And this is really the meat on the bone in the schedule, right? A lot of teams have out-of-conference games early in the season, but now is where it matters the most. You talk to any coach, they'll tell you, David, number one on the goal sheet is to win your conference.
And I think it's so hard because of the familiarity. You play these same teams every single year. You know them inside and out. They know your scheme, you know their scheme, and sometimes the momentum of the moment can be tough, so got to continue to play well within the conference.
Third down conversion's always a huge stat, and they've got a 3rd and long from the 27. They're all over it. Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. Touchdown, Tigers. And what a turn of events as this defense gets the pick 6. Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game.
That makes the score Missouri 7, North Carolina 0. Number 19, set to kick it off.
He'll bring it out. It's York. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. And so the Tar Heel offense makes its way onto the field to start the drive. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. They'll run it. What a job up front, and he'll lose a yard on that one. And the Tar Heels moving quickly to the line.
Well, to say that this guy was unblockable in their last game is definitely an understatement. He was living in the opponent's backfield, and he does it again very early in this one, David. And I know he was a guy this offensive line and this coaching staff were concerned about, and early on, they don't have an answer for him.
I'm about to say that they still have the concerns because, geez, early on, he's in the backfield right away. Got to have some kind of an answer, man. First of all, maybe not run towards his side. Secondly, maybe we double team him, but there's got to be a plan because when you get near him, bad things happen for your offense.
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. From the gun, wants to pass. Out wide right, it's Ship. He stopped at the 15, not enough for the first down, and you'd think we'd see the punt team. The Tar Heels will punt it away on 4th down. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. Gets his first one of the day away, and that matches his total from that victory last week. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return. Gets a little bit of ground for the offense. Trying to get outside. It's Edwards. Tackled way behind the line. It'll be a loss of 7.
Now, you want to be a great run defense, your DBs have to be great tacklers. And I love the way he comes up, sees the run. I know he makes the money in the back end covering passes, but when you got a guy that can fly up and make tackles, man, does your defense go to a different level.
They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
And that's not a surprise play call for this offense. A lot of times, man, after a tackle for a loss or a play that goes behind the line of scrimmage, they want to get those chunky yards back. They want to get back to third and manageable. They dial up the screen. They get some positive yards. Now put themselves in a position to be more successful on third down.
Picked off! What a play by this defense! Not a lot of room on the return, but he'd already got the most important thing, the ball, and they have it at the 46. North Carolina's offense comes onto the field ready to start the drive. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. They got it blocked just enough and a good gain on that run.
Man, it's nice when you can depend on your big boys up front to make a lane, and you get 5 or 6 yards. You get 5 or 6 yards a pop. You move the ball down the field easily, and more importantly, can get this defense to be more aggressive, to bring DBs close to the line of scrimmage, and then that might open up some big plays down the field.
He'll be brought down quickly after a very short gain.
And that run really didn't go anywhere, and a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
They'll snap it from the 48 on 3rd and short. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. Flying down the right side. And with the interception, he'll take it all the way back. Touchdown, Tigers.
Number 47 scores for the defense.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point makes it 14-0.
That makes the score Missouri 14, North Carolina 0.
From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he stopped. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. Snaps it, they'll throw to start the drive. And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day. Great place to start for this offense. They send the tight end in motion. On the move. Hit and drop behind the line. He'll lose a yard.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
He'll move it ahead and a good productive play on the ground.
And you're seeing his dynamic ability to run the football that time on the option play. I know he doesn't pick up the first down, but that's still a good chunk of yardage, and the defense wasn't ready for it. Moving forward, expect the offense to go back to the option play again and see if someone will finally take the quarterback and force him to pitch it.
He was fighting his way toward those sticks, but they'll stop him a couple of yards short.
Brings up 4th down.
This is well within field goal range, but the kicker will stay on the sideline, and the offense will try to convert on 4th down. Snaps it, and he has to have it. Fires to the wideout. Can't complete the long throw, and the defense gets off the field on 4th down.
Well, they're unable to come up with that one on 4th down, and I remember this as a player. You practice specific plays on 4th down for those types of situations, and you know all week against the scout team, they've gotten really clean looks, easy to execute against. They didn't get a clean look that time, so you chalk it up to the defense and take note of it next time. You might not run that play again if you're in a similar situation.
A snap, wants to throw to start this drive. They're working that left side. He's down right there, short gain on the grab. You know, sometimes even a short gain like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that and take a shot down the field. And don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy with the ball in his hands is dangerous. He makes one guy miss, he can take it to the house.
Plows through the defense. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. That's it for the period, and Missouri has the lead. Man, that was an impressive and dominant first quarter. Let's take a look at the stats before we move on. This could be a pivotal moment in this game as we open the second period and they try to find a way to answer. This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on 3rd down. They'll power it inside with the fullback. He'll have enough to move the chains. It's 1st down at the 38.
And that's a good sign for this offense. A good 3rd down conversion, running the football. Obviously, last possession was not what you wanted. Like the interception, the turnover, good to get back on the field, get that first down. Now see how much more they'll be aggressive and maybe want to throw the football and put that mistake behind them.
Drops back on 1st down. Dumps it to the back. Got his man on the right. And there was lots of space as he gets it to the 39-yard line. They have been stagnant on offense, but finally a little forward movement as they've got a 1st and 10. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
I like offenses being creative. I'm not sure if that was the best place to call that play. I think this offense needs to think about just doing things a little bit more by the book. They've got a lot of good playmakers. You don't have to reinvent the wheel this early in the game.
And the screen goes nowhere. They stop him for no gain on the play.
Now, on offense, you're trying to get your running back involved here in the passing game, and obviously no success on that play. Defense seemed like they were aware of it, and all of a sudden you've set yourself up in a tough position here on 3rd.
Flip it out to the back on the screen. Breaks into the open. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the 1st down.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
And here comes the field goal unit. He boomed it through, a 50-yard field goal showing off that powerful leg.
And not to be the old guys in the booth, but we are the old guys in the booth. Man, 50-yard field goals used to be really, really hard. Kickers nowadays, man, they are making it look so much easier, and he does right there.
He's brought down at the 16, would have been much better off to take the touchback. Missouri has the offense ready to go on the field. Boy, that last drive, they had a chance to put 3 on the board and passed. This one needs to be productive, David.
Yeah, I got no problem with aggressiveness. It was a pretty decent drive. This offense isn't fully clicking yet. They need to get in a little better rhythm, and they need to capitalize on those scoring opportunities.
And they've got the weapons to do that too, David. They've got guys that can make plays in space. They need to focus on them and get them the ball this drive.
And that is not where you want to miss. You do not want to miss high over the middle. A lot of that times that turns into an interception. He doesn't get that, but he's got to lower that football and give his receiver a chance to make a play on it.
Here comes the heat. Buried before he could blink.
And how about the defense getting home with the pass rush? Playing man coverage in the back end. You need to win up front. Those guys got to get to the quarterback. Do a great job rushing the passer. I can play man when I got a pass rush like that.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Complete out of the backfield. Brought down at the 16-yard line, and that will likely bring out the punt team. Missouri will have to send out the punt team. He'll try to really get into this one. Looks it in. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. He fought him off for a while, but that's what they mean by gang tackling.
I don't like the play call. You're down this much against the best run defense in the entire country. You're just smashing your face against the wall. You're not going to get it done. To win this game, you're going to have to throw the ball to get back in it.
Second down, gonna throw it. Throws to the wideout. Right side, it's Warren. That's his first catch of the season, and they believe he is a freshman who can contribute a lot early. And the Tar Heels come to the line after the big connection and going back to work. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. Man, what a spectacular play by that defensive end to come up with the tackle there.
And you see those guys get off the football so fast. Most of these guys are 250 to 275 pounds, but they get off the ball fast, low. And the offensive linemen, they have no chance to stop those guys as quick and as fast as they are.
We're at the 2-minute timeout, and these guys really need to build a little momentum to cut into this lead before halftime. The Tar Heels with the 1st and 10. Right, the option, he keeps it. And they get to him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 2.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
Got his man on the outside. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line.
Well, that's not the way this quarterback wanted to go. Obviously, when you're left-handed, you don't want to be going to your right, but a nice job using his fundamentals, getting his body turned around to help him make an accurate throw.
Timeout now called by the Tar Heels. That'll be their first. The brain trust getting thoughts together for this big 3rd down coming up. And the Tar Heels have moved it inside the 20. Give to the big fullback. He gets it all the way down inside the 10. It'll be 1st and goal from the 8. This offense in scoring position with a fresh set of downs. Defense couldn't quite hold its water, and it'll be 5 free yards for the O. And the defense tried to cheat a little space and get in that neutral zone, but it's still 1st and goal. The handoff. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Tar Heels. Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And with the extra point, they cut the lead to 14-10. They marched 56 yards to the end zone, and they finished it off with the score from the 4. Bringing it out. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Looking to throw, it's Burns. Catch in the middle, it's James. How about this backer in pass coverage and bringing the big hit stick with him, too? Missouri wants to go fast. It's amazing how fluid and potent an offense can seem when you get a great pickup on first down, and the tight end's a terrific place to go.
Tight ends nowadays are kind of like cheat codes. I mean, they just know so much about, right here, seeing zone, know when to sit it down, boom, positive yards, nice positive play for this offense.
Plows his way ahead. There he goes. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down. The Tigers will call a timeout. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. The offense lines up at the 40. They've got a first down. DB's locked up tight on the receivers. Fresh set of downs going up top. Unloads to the wideout. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. Takes it the other way.
And I don't mind this coaching staff and their decision to stay aggressive here with the lead at the end of the first half. You've got a quarterback that, in my opinion, has earned the right to throw the ball in these situations, but you've got to be better with your decision-making right there. That's a costly turnover, which now gives your opponent the chance to score some more points here at the end of the half.
Wants to throw on first. Might have led him a little too far. He's able to make the catch, but can't get the feet down in bounds.
Well, the quarterback knew where he wanted to go with the ball. His intended target just wasn't open, so the quarterback made sure he put that football in the stands.
Long way to go on second down. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Lets it fly. He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, North Carolina! And they take it in for 6 more points.
Well, all the different time management situations this head coach was using in the first half has led to this moment specifically right here. This is exactly what he wanted to have happen. He wanted to score a touchdown at the end of the first half, take a lead, knowing he's got the ball first in the second half. If they score a touchdown then, all of a sudden this thing starts blowing wide open for them, and all the momentum is on their side.
Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. To throw, it's Burns. Grabbed in the middle, it's Terry. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the first down. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Second down, gonna throw it. Under pressure. He unleashes a long one. Incomplete. He took a shot on the final play of the quarter and couldn't quite find his man. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, it is my pleasure to welcome everyone into the Week 7 edition of the EA Sports College Football Update Show. Our first stop is with Kansas State taking on the #1 team, the LSU Tigers.
Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15.
And it's It's Kansas State coming away with a blowout victory in what looks like a major upset. Expect major changes in the polls this week. And that now gets this group to 3 wins, which is nothing to write home about yet. But brick by brick, this staff is starting to build something.
Missouri's offense heads out and ready to go. Those 2 first-half turnovers really damaging, and the primary reason they find themselves trailing to start the 3rd quarter.
And this is an offense that prides themselves on taking care of the football and then having explosive plays. You know they're playing angry right now. They're mad. They know they're the reason why they're down in this game, so I expect them to come out here, lighten it up here for the first drive of the second half.
Yeah, and this defense playing fast, playing physical, forcing things into action, forcing those turnovers. They played really well in this first half.
He'll throw it. Out wide right, it's Terry. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
And on that outbreaking route, really it's designed for the receiver to make the catch before falling out of bounds. Nice timing and anticipation by the quarterback on that throw.
Now the defense will try to rise up on 3rd and short from the 21. Looking for a man. It's Burns. Got him. Breaks free, and he might be gone. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38.
And it's on 3rd downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
Hit and dropped, and he got nothing on first down.
And a lot of times the fit up front, you know, linebackers are fitting holes, and that ball bounces, and it's supposed to go somewhere, and sometimes it goes to a DB, and the offense will get a W. Like, they'll get a win because you'll break a tackle. How about the tackle by that young fella? I know he likes to cover, but I love the way he comes up and makes the tackle.
Finally get him on the ground at the 41. Missouri comes to the line with another first down. Corners showing press. They want to be physical here. Snap on first down, wants to throw. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Man, an almost disaster again for this offense. He's already thrown 2 interceptions. The defense got their hands on another one. They are dialed in. They really got a good beat on this passing game.
They'll need a bunch on 2nd down. Looking to throw, it's Burns. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48.
And, man, that's frustrating for an offense. You got a little something going. You had a little bit of momentum, but they've got to do a better job of protecting their guy, keeping him upright, letting him go make some plays for this offense. That's the only way he's going to get hot. They got to give him more time.
On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Throwing right. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. So Missouri will have to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And it looks as if this one's going to carry into the end zone for a touchback. Snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. So frustrating to see an offense lose track of the play clock and pick up a penalty like that. They'll go to the air. Setting up the screen. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short game there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down.
And we've already seen it with this offense, man. They do a good job. They're going to use him as a receiving threat. Let him match up on linebackers. He can win those matchups. He can make big plays. Now they just do it a different way. They call the screen. Let those linemen run upfield, get him the football in some space, and try to let him create a big play.
And he's brought down after a short gain.
You know, this offensive line, they just got to hold their blocks a little bit longer. This offense likes to run their quarterback on design plays. And if you can just give him a little crease, he can take it the distance, but they couldn't get it done there.
On third and long, he has to throw for it. Finds the tight end. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down.
And that's a huge third down conversion by the offense there. It's third and long. You've got to lead, not by a lot. Quarterback, though, very poised. Reads the coverage, throws it in rhythm, and you stay on the field.
Working the ground game. Stuffed almost in his tracks, but strong enough to pick up one to the 35.
Well, this defense knew coming into this one, if they could stop the run, it was going to be really, really hard on the offense. And I just love the tenacity they're playing with right now. This front seven are flying around, getting to the ball carrier. This running back has had nowhere to go today.
Second down to the air. Rush is on. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him, weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Fires quickly. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down.
It's all about critical downs and distances on defense. You want to be great unit defensively, you've got to be good on third down and in the red zone. And for this defense giving up a third down like that, that is just a gut punch.
Trying to make that rush think on the draw play here. Found a little crease and turned that into a productive run. Midway point in the season, and games like this one can have a big impact on the rankings from week to week as we see upsets happen and favorites continuing to flex muscle. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the fourth. So the final period starts with a second down play. Right back to the well. Oh, he's got some space. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31. The Tar Heels pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Hand it to the back. Wrestled down at the 26. It's a gain of 4.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
Several defenders there to get him on the ground. And after that run, there is a player still down on the field. Training staff out there checking on this freshman linebacker. coming from the 27-yard line. You can make a field goal from here, just don't take a negative play. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws for the tight end. Got a man in the middle. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening. First and goal from the 9.
And offenses practice the situation. This is 4-minute offense. You've got the lead late in the game. You're trying to bleed the clock and just get first downs. They do that. They stay in bounds, and the clock keeps ticking.
And this offense not only has a chance to extend the lead on first and goal, but they can also drain the clock. And they finally ride him down at the 1-yard line.
And that's really nice offensively because you're in the red zone. You do have an opportunity to add to your lead here, but you're staying in bounds. I think the clock right now is the most important thing. How can we keep this thing ticking away? By going down in bounds, you're doing exactly that.
Touchdown, UNC! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. They'll try to add another to their lead. With the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. Precise, relentless execution on that 13-play scoring drive. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. Here he comes from midway in the end zone. And he's going to be brought down on the return, but there is a penalty flag on the field. I'm not sure what this one's about. First and 10 after the defense was hit with that personal foul penalty. Back to throw, it's Burns. Look out! And that is interception number 3 on the day. Oh, he was hoping to make something out of that return, but they'll have it first down at the 39. Now in motion. They'll run it to keep this clock grinding. Driven back.
And I like the first thought process right here. Run the football. We want to run that clock with the lead. Thank you to the defense for forcing that turnover, setting us up. Now if we can put a few first downs together, we're looking really good.
They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43. The Tigers will call a timeout. That's their first. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. Some third down conversions tougher than others. This one a long one on third down from the 43. From the gun, wants to pass. Got the back over the middle. He gets it to the 31-yard line. A big play for this offense.
And they did everything right in this 4-minute type situation, trying to bleed the clock. First you get the completion, then you get the first down, and you stay in bounds. You could not execute that play any better.
They get him stopped at the 26, but not before he picks up 5 yards.
Yeah, it's make or break time for this defense now. They got to get a stop, and if that's bringing more bodies in, bringing more beef in, they're running the football right up the gut, right at you. They're not going to throw the football in this situation. Time to be more physical and get this big stop.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
He'll be forced out of bounds, and they're stubborn with this running game in the red zone.
I think one of the biggest reasons why the scoreboard looks the way it does is this offense has been dominant on third down. They have found a way to stay on the field. They do it again here late, running the ball on third.
They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver in different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
And after that last completion netted a big fat 0, they're looking at 2nd and 10. Scanning the field, it's Chambers. In traffic, it's French.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on you.
And the Tar Heels are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. On the move, it's French. And he's not going to be able to convert. Knocked down just inches shy of the 1st down.
And this defense has got to be jacked up, man. They finally forced the 4th down, right? They've gotten a couple of 1st downs, got some things going, but I think it's decision time for this offense. And this D's got to do it one more time, right? They've got to get another play, a big 4th down stop here to get some of that momentum and get the football back.
He's got enough to move the chains, and that clock will keep moving, and they'll be able to run it out. To have any chance in the world, this defense has to come up with a stop on 1st and goal. Quarterback signaling to his guys. Tells the play fake, wants to throw on 1st down. Touchdown, Tar Heels! Quick strike through the air for the score. They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their 4th straight win. And that extra point is a big one as they now have a 3-possession, 17-point lead in the 4th. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Edwards. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set.
The #1 goal for this defense coming into this game was shut this running back down. And I got to be honest, there were a lot of people on the outside didn't think they could get it done, but they're proving everybody wrong. Tremendous effort. They're playing with a chip on their shoulder. This guy's one of the best in the nation. He's had 0 impact in this game.
Looking to throw, it's Burns. Takes a hit as he fires. Got him downfield. There he goes to the right. Running inside the 20. Touchdown, Missouri! He found some open space and turned on the Jets.
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
And the extra point is good, but they still trail 31-21. Time is against them, still down by 2 scores, but they'll line up for the onside kick. They'd hope to get that thing bouncing around, but the hands team is able to corral it.
Well, here in the 4th quarter, they were obviously expecting onside kick. They got their hands team on the field. They're able to jump on the ball and make sure they get possession.
Running out the clock seems to be a mere formality here as they are ready to snap it in victory formation. And on 4th down, they'll take a knee, but this was just about over. They get the W, and with that being win number 6, looks as if they're going bowling, guys.
And that's a good moment for this squad, right? Like, you start every season, you have big goals. It usually starts with your conference championship and winning a national championship, maybe going to the playoffs. Everybody has different goals, but getting to a bowl is always sweet, and this team's eligible now.
I know the coaches are really happy about this, the AD and the fans, because they know what it means for the program, right? You're going to get those 15 extra practices at the end of the year to help develop young